Hello, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Whether you are joining me here live or whether you are going to watch the replay of this, I appreciate you. Thanks for joining, and welcome to a lot of new subscribers that have joined. This is a meeting that I hold every week, and it is a continuation of a group I started a few years ago, 5 years ago. And we came together to use a meditation technique called the Power of Eight to send intention meditations out into the quantum field. And that's what we do. And it is a lot of fun. We have a lot of success stories. And that's what I want to start with tonight as people gather. And as you join, I would love for you to pop into the chat and add your name so I can say hello if you would like. So let's start with some success stories. There are 3 I want to talk about. Hello. Nice to see you. I am Irma. Hi, Irma. We're going to talk about 3 success stories tonight, just to get us warmed up. A few months ago, we intended for a gentleman in England's TED Talk. We intended for someone to get through a very stressful tax audit. And also recently, we intended for a mom of 4 who set up a GoFundMe. So let's go ahead and dive into this. This was back in September. I think it was September 3rd that we intended that this TED Talk on October 15 would go really, really well and ultimately inspire millions of people to improve their friendships. And that is something that keeps us all healthy and happy. And I was glad to hear from him. He did the TED Talk on October 15th, and now it's live on YouTube on the TEDx or TED Talk website, which has millions of subscribers. But what is interesting is that his particular talk was chosen by the editors of TEDx and TED Talk. So very excited to see where that goes. It's got about 30,000 views right now, but I know that that will build and build and build. Our second success story is from one of our longtime members. She wrote, she sent me an email, and I include this because I want you to see how these intentions, these meditations unfold over time. Okay, I got to get close to that so I could read it. You might recall that I was undergoing 2 very drawn out and costly tax audits since November of 2022. Since audits and appeals are all handled by the tax department, there's usually a slim to none chance to have their decisions reversed. The group intended for me, I think twice, and I am beyond ecstatic to report that I have now received a letter relaying that my objections have been allowed in full. Yay, unbelievable. So very, very excited for this person that they had such a great result. And then our next one, this is a more recent intention that we did for Sujai and her children, and they have a GoFundMe, and we supported the GoFundMe. And I'm very happy to report, as of the time I took the screen grab, they had already raised almost 50% of the funds that she needs. And she's asking for so very little. She just needs a vehicle that she owns, that she and the children can live in, no matter what else is going on in their life. She needs some control over her living environment. And homeless kids at Christmas? No, not on our watch, right? So very, very happy to boost this GoFundMe, and I'll be monitoring it, and I'll report back on the success as it happens. Okay, so as we dive into our first intention, which is about love, what I'd like to do is breathe together so that we can connect. And this is a really crucial part of the meditation process because it amplifies the power, not only within each of us as an individual, bringing our brain and our heart into coherence, but then connecting all of us heart to heart makes it more powerful when we send that intention from our brains into our hearts and project it out into the quantum field and follow the energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and breathe together for just 1 minute. Most of us are very expert meditators at this point, so let's just sit with a neutral spine. Either soften your gaze or close your eyes. I like to put my hand over my heart to remind me to not only breathe in and out through my heart space and through the heart chakra, but to also remember to focus on feelings of gratitude, appreciation, and love. Those are those high-level vibrations that help the body relax. So you might feel your shoulders drop as you inhale very comfortably. 4, 5, 6, and exhale 5, 6, 7. Very easy breath, very relaxed. Inhale 4, 5, 6. Slightly longer. Exhale 5, 6, 7. You might feel a little shift in your brain. You might feel more cohesive, coherent energy in the body, brain and heart working together. And as you inhale 4, 5, 6, and exhale this time 5, 6, 7, consciously connect heart to heart to me. It's safe to do this. And at the end of the meeting, we will disentangle our energy. So you needn't worry. It's safe to connect. And this is how we power up these intentions. Breathing in, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 5, 6, 7. We are now connected. So our first intention. We now intend for V, 64, in Canada, to immediately attract a healthy, emotionally mature, and locally available partner who is completely present in this loving and sustainable relationship. We further intend that they share similar values and hold delightful, open conversations without drama as he welcomes and cherishes V's femininity. So allow this intention to drop into your heart chakra and send it spiraling out into the quantum field and follow the energy wherever it takes you. Trust this intention for V and release it with love. Okay, our second intention is for a new friend of mine, Melissa. She broke her leg last year, and it's been a long road. So we want to support her the final stage of her healing. We now intend for Melissa in Northern California to immediately regain her strength and stamina as her leg heals completely and permanently, and she moves forward in life, healthy and well in every way. Allow this intention to drop into your heart chakra. Send it spiraling out into the quantum field. Follow the energy and collect any intuitive insights. Thank you, everyone. Trust this intention for Melissa and release it with love. Hello, Roslyn. Hello, Janet and Bernadette. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let me upload some of these other slides. Okay, what's this one? That's Melissa's. Okay. So our final intention is going to be a message from Spirit. This is a series that we have been working on for this is our third week, and there will be 5 total. These are messages that my spirit guides wanted to bring to us for 2026 to help us get ready. So I'm really enjoying this series, and I hope you are too. Let me grab one more. 7, 8, 9. That's slide 10. And one last one. Okay, so the first message I got was about belonging and beloved, and that was represented by the Empress card. And then the second week we got the Star card for second chances, and for this week we got a card that Spirit told me was about stirring it up. So this card was the Page of Swords. And as soon as I pulled out that card, I heard that Bob Marley song, Stir It Up. And the line that jumped out at me, I mean, it's a song about cooking and lovemaking. It's a wonderfully danceable song. But the lyric that stuck out for me was, I'll satisfy your heart's desire. And 2026 is going to be such an amazing year for most of us, right? Energy is chaotic, but there's so much coming our way that's good. And staying curious and open and eager to learn, using our agile, clever minds, staying vigilant and knowing what's going on, and using excellent communication skills, talking our way out of trouble, right? But we have to be on guard to avoid being impulsive, misspeaking, because we're not taking care to parse our words or to think about our audience, or we miss crucial steps because we're just eager to get going, right? So there was also a message about boredom and that leading to impulsive actions that you'll regret later, right? Just like stir things up at work, date someone behind your partner's back. I mean, there's all kinds of there's all kinds of ways that we can be too impulsive just because we're bored. So this is the message that they gave to me for us for next year. This intention is for all of us, right? And I want to carry these messages into 2026 with us as we head into what's called we're starting over again, right? So in the 9-year cycles of numerology, it's going to be a 1 year, so fresh start. So this intention is for us. We now intend to remain healthy and well in every way as we immediately pull in the positive energy of the Page of Swords, an agile, curious mind, a thirst for knowledge, and excellent communication skills, and completely restrain any impulsive, hasty, immature energy in our efforts to stir up good trouble in both our personal and public lives in 2026. So drop this into your heart chakra and send it out into the quantum field and follow the energy. Thank you, everyone. Wow. Trust this intention for all of us and release it with love. And so it is. Wow, that was some big energy. Wow, I'd really love to hear from any of you who are here live in the chat. If you'd like to put in any comments about what you saw or experienced during the individual meditations. I mean, this is a great way to do little bite-sized meditations, right? And I think that this style of meditation has really helped me quickly drop into the energy of situations, or even when I'm doing tarot card readings. It's just easy to connect that quickly. So we did 3 intentions tonight. The first one was for V, who is looking for a partner. And the second one was for Melissa, healing after having a long year recovering from a broken leg. And then our third and final intention was for all of us to pull in the positive aspects of the Page of Swords in 2026 and avoid the pitfalls of the negative sides, the downsides of that youthful, like fast-moving energy. So you're welcome to put notes in the chat, but I'll start with the intention for V. That was really fun because immediately I dropped into this feeling of like taking a walk on the beach or going out for brunch. And then I heard V sitting with friends over coffee or something, and she had this blush on her face, and she said, "We're at that stage of the relationship where we can't keep our hands off each other." So I really love that. And then I saw them going the distance, right? So whoever this gentleman is who's coming into her life, I think she's going to be very, very happy with him. So let's see what Irma saw. Irma, for V, I saw an oversized floral heart. I saw her receiving a floral bath to flush away old ideas, perhaps biases holding her back from finding a partner. Yeah, that's such an interesting insight, Irma. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. I remember at the end of a long-term relationship, and then you go into the next one and nobody seems quite right. Like there's always like a reason why this person isn't right, or that person doesn't have the same whatever. And it just takes a little time to get used to the idea that things will be different from now on. Initially, the bath was multicolored and then the water was translucent. And at the end, I saw the back of a man with V. Yeah. I don't think she's going to have any trouble. The hard part is waiting, and also, just making sure that it's a real match. So I have every confidence that this will happen. And it seemed to be coming soon. And the whole energy of moving into 2026 is that this acceleration that we've been living in, it's not going to slow down, right? It's not going to slow down. So thank you so much, Irma. That's wonderful. And for Melissa, that was really fun too, because sometimes when I drop into these meditations, I get a real sense of the person, right? A real sense of their energy. And one thing that I got from this is that Melissa has a very incisive mind, right? Intuitive, yes, but also intelligent and discerning, very capable. And what I saw was a circle that was not all the way round, right? It was lopsided and wobbly on one edge. And then I saw her putting her mental strength and stamina into creating a plan to systematically build up her body so that she had the same confidence in her health and capabilities, her movement, her strength, her flexibility, her stamina, as she does with her mind. And I thought that was really interesting because it not only filled out that circle so that it was perfectly round instead of lopsided, but she got so much satisfaction from concentrating on that aspect, having control and taking control of rebuilding her health. That was really beautiful, and I was inspired by it. I was quite inspired to see that. So for Melissa, Irma felt and saw a lot of energy moving any blocks, slowing down the healing of her leg. Yes. Yeah. It was interesting that at the end, her leg started to move with greater ease, saw her leg being bent and strengthening. Yes. Yeah. Well, I happen to know that Irma is a very talented medical intuitive and has a medical background. So that is really wonderful to receive that feedback. That's amazing. Thank you, Irma. For our last intention, which was for all of us, I thought it was actually quite funny that Spirit was warning us to be on guard from doing anything hasty or that we will regret, right? Especially when it comes to, flirting and romance, things like that. But what it felt like to me was that we were, as a group, we were gathering together and we were climbing over the rubble of what was. Okay, so institutions, systems, ideas, biases, some good, some bad. We can't go backwards. Things are irrevocably changed, and things are different. And the sooner that we can realize that those systems, those buildings, I specifically saw the East Wing of the White House, which was, now just a pile of rubble. I saw us holding hands and knowing that our strength and our true, the things that are truly precious aren't material, aren't systems. It's people, and taking care of each other and holding each other and supporting each other as we move forward. Because it's very easy to spend your time looking backwards and mourning the things that are lost, right? We have to let it go. If it's gone, it's gone. The East Wing is not going to be rebuilt the same way. It will be something completely different. But what matters is me and you, the people we love, our friendships. Yeah. Irma says, for our intention, I immediately lost focus and became distracted. Yeah, it happens. It happens. And it's they talked about the youthful mind, the hasty judgments, the shallow assessment. Like you're like, oh, this is easy. I just do steps 1, 2, 3. But you don't know that you actually have to do all this pre-work, right? You just dive into stuff and it's hasty. And we are going to be distracted. We are going to lose focus. So I think Spirit is sharing something really important through you, Irma. Thank you. Yeah, for me, it was really about not wasting time looking backwards, right? Paying attention, being present with the people that we care about, taking care of ourselves, right? Like it was almost like people who go through a natural disaster and everyone's house is gone, or if it's not gone, it's damaged, right? And you can never go back. You can never get back the precious things that you lost, but everybody survived. Everybody's still here, and we move forward from here, right? So that was what I got. And it sounds a little grim, but actually it was very sunny, and I felt tremendous happiness going forward. So I really appreciate Spirit pointing me in that direction. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Irma, for contributing all those chat messages. Really appreciate that. And you are always welcome to come back to this, the replay of this, and add your comments there if you want to think about them or reflect on them, and then share with the rest of us at that time, that would be really, really welcome. And thank you to everyone who is new here, who's never been to this before. This is only one style of show that I do on my channel. And I'll be doing more things in 2026 that are more like shorter things, like talking about plants and plant spirits, exploring Reiki and sound healing and flower essences, all the things I've been doing. I spent the year writing in 2025, and now I'm ready to do some more interesting things on YouTube. So I hope you'll come and check it out. I'm sorry, Rosalind. Rosalind says, such a good intention for 2026 for everyone. Yes. Yeah, letting go of things that are gone and concentrating on where we are now, where we're going. Thank you, Irma. Okay, so we have a tradition, and that is to disentangle our energy from the group. Just a little good energy hygiene practice. So at this time, I'd like you to sit back, take a breath, let go all of the intentions that we concentrated on today. We've done great work. We've sent the energy out to the quantum field, and we'll just wait for the response, the reply. And I want to say thank you to everyone for coming, for lending your power to these meditations. And you know, if you are trying to build up a meditation practice, this is one way that's really, really fun and useful. I use it for everything. I use it for, you know, getting a good result at the grocery store, you know, not having any conflict when I'm driving, checking into a hotel and intending for an upgrade. There's statistically significant positive results from just meditating 4 or 5 minutes at a time. Breathing in, very relaxed, 4, 5, 6, and out, 5, 6, 7. And even as your body relaxes, you might feel a tiny adjustment in your brain as the energy is disentangled. And your energy comes back to you, and my energy comes back to me. We are all clean and clear of the energy. We don't need to carry these intentions forward. We don't need to concentrate on them. We've powered them and sent them out, and they're doing their work. Breathing in, 4, 5, 6. Out, 5, 6, 7. And if you saw or felt or heard anything that is helpful, healing, inspiring, please take that with you into the rest of your week. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week.